Hello, welcome to my channel, and my name is Gerald. I'm your host for the Remote Sales TV. Today I'm going to be sharing with you another important topic, and in fact my second secret of the 7 series secrets. And today this is making your remote teams visible. You see, as a business owner, one of the great things you like to do is to make sure your teams succeed, because my mentor actually told us no one is a millionaire by themselves, right? So that means whatever business owner achieves is as a result of their teams working together and working successfully. So today I want to share with you my second secret, and that is how to make your teams visible. Now, in the world of remote work, where a majority of the team members live in different parts of the world, it's very important that you actually, in addition to building strong relationships with your teams, make your team members visible. Now, commonly we find that many businesses still do their meetings using voice call, the traditional teleconferencing. Now, that teleconferencing had its days, but today, because we are working with remote teams as the modus operandi, which means that's the norm of working, studies done in several companies, strong companies like Microsoft, like Google, have proven that if you engage your teams using video conferencing facilities such as Zoom, such as Meet, such as Team or Microsoft and the rest, you actually get your team to work better. And one of the key things that is that presence, the online presence, the remote face-to-face presence does is that it not only makes your people to know each other physically, although remotely, it also helps you as the team leader or the business owner actually know the other side of your person. So it's a whole different ball game when you hear somebody on the phone. It's whole different when you can see them on video through Skype, through Zoom, and all the other technologies we have right now. So the studies actually show that if you have people on Zoom, for instance, or on video per se, you are going to be able to look at not only their faces so that you know them as they look, how they communicate, but it also gives an opportunity to see their nonverbal communication. You see, the words we use are as important as the way we use our body. Body language is very important, okay? So as your team communicates to each other, people over video would be able to see how they use their hands, how their facial expressions are, everything about them. Okay, so gestures are going to feed into the words. That way you are going to get better understanding. Now, besides effective nonverbal communication, remote teams, when working on video, also give you the opportunity to really to build deeper links. Okay, so when people see each other, both physically and they're able to get the non-verbal communication, you are able to have teams build deeper conversations among themselves. And as a business owner, you know that these deep conversations actually is what leads to team efforts. Okay, so when people relate at a deeper level, team efforts are going to be, there's going to be more cohesion, so to say. Okay, so that also gives you the chance to build stronger teams. Another important reason why you'd like to have video meetings like this as opposed to teleconferencing is the fact that when people sit together in a meeting over Zoom, over Skype, you are able to see faces and you're able to see who among my team members is quiet, is off camera. That actually helps with accountability. If people cannot come to see each other physically, then that automatically tells you that either they're distracted, they're not focusing on the meeting, and it's easy to call them out, which is very, very key. Something that you would probably not do if they're on the phone, so you wouldn't know what they're doing, right? So by having the videos on, you can see somebody who is off, somebody who is not putting their video on, or somebody who is putting off. Okay, so that's an important tool as a manager, as a team leader you have. So another way you also benefit from having the video is the fact that you can tell who is active and who is passive. Okay, so it also tells you who is communicating effectively, who is participating actively in the team, in the meeting, and who is not. And it also gives you the chance to like call out your members and say, so and so, why are you not participating? Why is your camera off? So that way, as your team becomes more actively engaged in seeing each other and communicating with each other, it really helps the team to build. Okay, everybody is able to see each other. They're able to understand the non-verbal communication. You're able to call out people who are off camera, because that means they're distracted. That means they're not part of the meeting. And so you, as a team leader, it gives you the leverage to say, hey, why are you not part of the team? Okay, is there something happened in the background? So that way there's more accountability on the part of the team members. And another thing is it helps you to know who is actually participating actively, because you can see, and those recordings will be there, right? So clearly on a quick screen you can see who is actually participating, who is not. So finally, that also helps you to see who are dominating and which members of the team are kind of being left behind. So that way you can move from one person to another, because you have the tool to control who to allow to talk and who not to allow to talk. That way you can move from one person to the next, so that everybody is given a chance to talk. Okay, so that alternate talking by your various team members allows you to give the golden chance for everybody, right? So if you have a team of 10, 20 people, you have 20 opportunities for everybody to say something, right? So whereas that may not be easy to implement using a teleconference, the traditional telephone-based conferencing, with a Zoom meeting, with a Skype meeting, you can have every member chime in. Okay, because everything is going to be recorded. You can see everybody there. Everybody is able to see what the other member is saying, and then that gives you the leverage to kind of go from one person to the other, so that everybody has an opportunity to contribute to the meeting. So those are some of the 5 points that I feel I needed to bring over to you. And if you implement this will make your teams very visible, because then every member will become visible. So you are going to have remote face-to-face meetings, which is almost like having a meeting in the traditional sense, as we usually did before the pandemic. Okay, so with that, your teams are going to form stronger bonds. You are going to moderate your teams much better. You are going to see who is really active, who is not active. You are going to be able to give chances for every member of your team to communicate, so that even quieter members of the team can be brought in. And those who tend to dominate, you can give the chance to the other person, because you can see everyone on a single screen. So if your team is still struggling, if you as a business leader, you are still struggling with getting your teams to do those kind of things, this is why these videos are made. And I also have a special opportunity to help you one-on-one. So if you're one of the people who is struggling to build your teams, to make them effective, feel free to drop a line down and book a call with us, and our team will be able to help you out to build to help you build a better relationship with your team, so that you can actually scale. Because that is why we do exist, because we exist. We'd like your businesses to scale using remote teams, and we'd like your remote teams to function effectively. And I also like to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you're new to this channel. Every week, once a week, we post the videos about teams, about remote teams, so that we can help business owners and members of remote teams function better. So I invite you to subscribe, share this video with other members of your friends and family and business associates, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. Keep well and keep changing lives.